ಈ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೈನ್ಸ್ 1 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕ್ವಶನ್ಸ್ನ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂ ಮಾಡೋಣ. ಸೊ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಕ್ವಶನ್, ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ವೆನ್ ಎ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾರಿ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ನ ನಾವು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? ವೆನ್ ಎ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಸ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್. So whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences mechanical force, and this is the principle of a motor. Idu motor na principle kuda. So whenever a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it experiences mechanical force. The answer is it experiences mechanical force. So next question ನೋಡೋಣ. What are homologous series? Homologous series andre ಏನು? So a series of same organic compound having a difference of CH2 between successive member. So what are homologous series? Homologous series are the series of same organic compound having a difference of CH2 between successive member. Then coming to the next question, write the lens formula and give the meaning of the symbol used. So we have to write the lens formula and we have to give the meaning for the symbol what we have used there. So what is the lens formula? 1 over f is equal to 1 over v minus 1 over u, where f is the focal length, where v is the image distance and u is the object distance. What is the lens formula? 1 over f is equal to 1 over v minus 1 over u, where f represents focal length, v represents image distance and u represents object distance. So in the next question, what are fossil fuels? So what are fossil fuels? So fossil fuels are the that is the fuels formed due to the remain of dead organisms which has buried deep into the earth. So fossil fuels are the fuels which are formed due to the remains of dead organisms buried deep into the earth. Then the next question is, the flow of energy in a food chain is unidirectional. Why? The flow of energy in a food chain is unidirectional. So what is the reason? The reason is that we have to give because energy captured by the autotrophs does not reverse back to the solar input. ಸೊ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟು ತಾನು ಫುಡ್ಡನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಸನ್ನಿಂದ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಪಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿತ್ತೋ ಆ ಎನರ್ಜಿನ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಎಗೇನ್ ಇಟ್ ಕೆನಾಟ್ ಗಿವ್ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಟು ದಿ ಸನ್. So that is the reason why the flow of energy in a food chain is unidirectional. So what is the reason? Because energy captured by the autotrophs does not reverse back to the solar input. Then coming to the next question, write the products obtained when magnesium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid. So what happens when magnesium reacts with dilute hydrochloric acid? So when magnesium reacts with, so what is the chemical equation? Mg plus 2HCl give rise to MgCl2 plus H2. So when magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms magnesium chloride and liberates hydrogen. So magnesium chloride and hydrogen are the products that we obtain when magnesium reacts with hydrochloric acid. What are the name of the product? Magnesium chloride and hydrogen. Then can copper displace iron from that is iron from sulfate? Justify your answer. So justification for this answer is copper cannot displace iron from sulfate because copper is less reactive than iron. So what is the answer? Copper is less reactive than iron, therefore copper cannot displace iron. Next question is, what is the function of bile juice in the digestion of food. What is the function of the bile juice? So bile juice helps in digestion of fat. So we will digest the fat present in the food. The fat will be digested by bile juice. Therefore, the function of bile juice is to digest the food. So answer is to digest the fat. Food, that is fat present in the food. So this is the answer for what is the function of bile in the bile juice in the digestion of food. The next question is, what is meant by power of accommodation of human eye? The power of accommodation of human eye is defined as the ability of the lens, human eye lens, to see the near object as well as the far object. The ability of the lens to see near object and the far object is called as power of accommodation of human eye. What are the 5 R's to save our environment? If we want to save our environment, we have to follow 5 R's. Then which are the 5 R's? That is recycle, repurpose, reuse, refuse, and the last R is reduce. So which are the 5 R's? The first R is recycle, second R is repurpose, third R is reuse, fourth R is refuse, and the fifth R is called reduce. So these are the 5 R's we have to follow to save our environment: recycle, repurpose, reuse, refuse, reduce. So next question, what changes should be made in a AC generator to convert into DC generator? To convert AC generator into DC generator, so what is the change that we have to make? To convert AC generator into DC generator, instead of slip rings, we have to use the split rings. So replace slip rings by split rings. Then coming to the next question, a person with myopia cannot see the distant object clearly. Why? A person with myopia cannot see the distant object clearly. Why? Because the lens becomes thicker, that is curvature increases. As the curvature increases, focal length decreases. Therefore, he cannot see the far object clearly. So what is the answer? The curvature of the lens increases and focal length decreases. Both curvature and focal length are inverse proportional. Therefore, the right answer is the curvature of the lens increases and focal length decreases. So coming to the next question, define evolution. So evolution can be defined as accumulation of many variation over a period of million of years. What is evolution? The accumulation of many variation over a period of million of years is called as evolution. So what are the major constituents of the alloy brass? So what are the major constituents of alloy brass? We know that brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. So what is the alloy? What is the brass is made up of? Brass is made up of copper and zinc. The next question is, what is rancidity of oils? The oxidation of fats and oils when exposed to air. What is rancidity? The oxidation of fats and oils when exposed to air. The next question, how do you obtain sodium hydroxide from aqueous sodium chloride? So how do you obtain sodium hydroxide from aqueous sodium chloride? It is obtained by a process called chlor-alkali process by passing electricity through sodium chloride. By passing electricity through sodium chloride, we can get sodium hydroxide, and this process is called chlor-alkali process. The right answer is by a process called chlor-alkali process. Now let us go for the next question. If a charge of 10 coulomb passes through a conductor in 5 seconds, what is the current that is flowing in the conductor? So 10 coulomb of charge passes through a conductor in 5 seconds. What is the current that flows in the conductor? So now let us make a list of data. In the data they have given charge Q is equal to 10 coulomb. Time is given, so T is equal to 5 seconds. Now we have to calculate current. So I is equal to question mark. What is the relation for these three? I is equal to Q by T. I is equal to Q is 10 and T is 5. 5 ones are 5 twos are. Therefore, the current flows through the conductor is I is equal to 2 ampere. So 2 ampere of current will flows through the conductor. So next question, define transpiration. So define transpiration. So transpiration is defined as the loss of water from the aerial part of the plant body is called transpiration. What is transpiration? The process of loss of water from the aerial part of the plant body is called transpiration. Now let us move for the next question. When a suspended coil of a conductor connected to a source of current is brought near a magnetic field, the coil moves. Why? When a suspended coil of a conductor connected to a source of current, when it is brought near a magnetic field, the coil moves away. Why? Because whenever the current flows through the conductor behaves like a magnet. When it brought near a magnetic field, the coil moves away because either the two magnets, one magnet is conductor, another is magnetic field. Here two magnetic fields are there. Either two magnetic field will repel each other or they will attract each other. Here the repulsion will take place and hence the magnetic field, the coil moves away from the magnetic field. ಸೊ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಹರಿಯುತ್ತಿರುವ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರು ಒಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಇದೆ. ಎರಡು ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡಿನ ನಡುವೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇಲ್ಲ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ರಿಪಲ್ಷನ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾಯಿಲು if it is moving away ಅಂತ ಬಂದಾಗ there is a force of repulsion. So this is the answer for this question. Now let us move for the next one. Why is the ozone layer important to us? So why the ozone layer important? Because this ozone layer will protect us from the harmful UV radiation coming from the sun, and it protect us from skin cancer, skin allergies and premature cataract. Then next question, write UVF formula for a lens. So the lens formula is already we have written 1 over F is equal to 1 over V minus 1 over U. 1 over F is equal to 1 over V minus 1 over U. So next one, how can the rancidity of food be minimized? We can avoid the rancidity by keeping the food items in a airtight container, by using antioxidants, or by flushing the potato chips packet with nitrogen or helium. Then coming to the next question, write the equation of the chemical reaction that takes place when silver chloride is exposed to sunlight. When silver chloride is exposed to sunlight, it is a reaction called photolytic decomposition reaction. So 2AgCl when exposed to air, it will become 2Ag plus Cl2. So this is called photolytic decomposition reaction. So silver chloride when exposed to air, it will decompose us into silver and chlorine gas. So this is the answer for this question. And the next question is, what is the chemical composition of iron rust? So what is the chemical composition of iron rust? The chemical composition of iron rust is, so Fe2O3 XH2O is the chemical formula for rusting of iron. So like this we have answered for 8 questions in this paper. Now let us move for another set of 8 questions. The next question is, there are 3 resistors R1, R2 and R3. How do you connect them to get minimum and maximum resistance? So 3 resistors are there, R1, R2 and R3. How do you connect them to get minimum and maximum resistance? So to get minimum resistance, all the 3 resistors are connected in parallel. Then to get the maximum resistance, all the 3 resistors R1 and R2 and R3 are connected in series. To get minimum resistance, connect in parallel. To get maximum resistance, connect in series. So this is the answer for the first question. Now let us move for the second one. Write the molecular and structural formula of alkyne having 3 carbon atoms. So what is the name of the alkyne having 3 carbon atom? 2 carbon ethane, 3 carbon atom propyne. So let us write the molecular and structural formula. Propyne. The name of the alkyne is called propyne. So then how to write the molecular and structural formula? What is the general formula? CnH2n minus 2. So C3 H 2 into 3 minus 2. So C3 H 2 3s are 6. So 6 minus 2 is 4. So C3H4 is the molecular formula for propyne. Now let us write the structural formula. So carbon, 3 carbon. Between 2 carbons you have to write the triple bond and single bond here. So for this carbon no need to give hydrogen, but for this carbon we have to give 3 hydrogen. So this is the structural formula for that is propyne. So this is the molecular formula and this is the structural formula. Now let us move for the next question. State the factor on which resistivity depends. So resistivity depends on what factor? So resistivity depends upon 3 factors. Resistivity depends upon nature of material. If the material is same, then the resistivity will be same. If the material changes, then resistivity also changes. Then for this question, on what factor does the resistivity depends? The resistivity depends upon nature of material. Then the next question is, define renewable energy sources and give an example. The source of energy which can be used again and again. The source of energy which will not get exhaust. The source of energy which can be used again and again or which will not get exhaust is called renewable energy resources, and the best example is solar energy. So solar energy is the best example for this one. Then coming to next question, what is the resistance of a conductor if 0.5 ampere current is passed through it using a 10 volts battery? Current is given, voltage is given, we have to calculate the resistance. For this one we have to apply Ohm's law. So Ohm's law na apply ಮಾಡೋಣ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. So ಏನೇನು ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ? ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾನೆ which is equal to 0.5 ampere. What is the voltage given? Voltage is equal to 10 volts. Now we have to calculate the resistance. According to Ohm's law, R is equal to V by I. So R is equal to, here 0.5 can also be written as 5 by 10. Or it can also be written as 1 by 2 ampere. So R is equal to V is 10 divided by I is 1 by 2. So R is equal to 10 into, what is the reciprocal of 1 by 2? It is 2 by 1. Therefore resistance is equal to 2 tens are 20 ohm. So 20 ohm is the resistance of that conductor. Now let us move for the next question. What is autotrophic nutrition? The mode of nutrition in which the green plants prepare their own food. The mode of nutrition in which an organism prepare their own food is called as autotrophic nutrition. Then write a balanced equation of the chemical reaction taking place when quicklime is added to water. So when quicklime is added to water, so quicklime is CaO, calcium oxide. When it is added to water, 2H2O, it give rise to CaOH taken twice. So what is CaOH taken twice? That is calcium hydroxide plus H2 liberated. So calcium oxide when reacts with water, it forms calcium hydroxide and liberates hydrogen. This is the balanced chemical equation when calcium oxide reacts with water. Next question. Write the balanced equation of the chemical reaction between silver nitrate solution and hydrochloric acid. So silver nitrate solution and hydrochloric acid. So silver nitrate solution AgNO3, that is silver nitrate solution, plus HCl hydrochloric acid. So it give rise to, here you write down 2, here also that is 2. So silver nitrate when reacts with hydrochloric acid, it forms silver chloride, that is 2AgCl, that is silver chloride plus what is the remaining now? 2HNO3. So it forms silver chloride and nitric acid. So like this it will be formed.